we need to hire a better sound and IT guy than you.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm fucking useless at this.
100%.
Right. Hello and welcome to episode 2.
Welcome back.
Thank you all for joining us. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Work's
Cool.
been relatively quiet and easy.
Yeah.
Apart from, just customers doing silly things.
Oh, well.
So, like I've got a customer who, they have stock coming from all over the world, but mainly New Zealand, Japan, and China.
Okay.
And I got an email from them the other day going, oh, by the way, the stock that we get from New Zealand, we're running low on. So can you prioritize containers coming from New Zealand? I was like, yeah, sure, that I can do. And the very next email was, oh, by the way, here's 20 new containers from China.
Well, that's not helpful
And
at
I was
all,
like,
is it?
Okay, fine, but what about new containers from New Zealand? The place that you've just told me you're running out of stock on.
And that you've specifically requested.
Yeah. I mean, yes, I have a few New Zealand containers already on routes, but it's like, compared to the ones from China and the ones from Japan, I've got barely any. So it's like, maybe you need to rework your thought processes there.
Right.
But yeah, no, other than that, I'm fine.
Good. Glad to hear it.
How are you?
Yeah, not so bad. Not so bad. Another busy weekend,
Mm-hmm.
as per usual with work.
Yeah.
But overall, fine. No Karens, no issues, no problems.
That's good.
Nothing to report. We had a bit of a shitty email from a customer, but I was expecting that, so it wasn't like a surprise.
Yeah.
So somebody couldn't get their head around this deal that we do for dinner, bed and breakfast.
Right.
And they just felt like they were being had, and I was just like, in the end, I just said, look, the owners have been doing this deal since they took over the business in like 2005, and you're the first person to complain about it.
So what could they not get their head around?
So the idea is that you pay like an extra. So if you were going to have dinner with us,
Yes.
you can pay like a dinner, bed and breakfast rate.
Yeah.
You pay an extra £50 on top of your dinner.
Yeah.
And then we discount 60 quid from your bill. So it's effectively, you get £10 on us.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they thought that they paid £50 and then we discounted 110 because we give them an extra 60 quid.
Oh, okay. No.
No. Yeah, exactly.
The maths doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, how do you tell somebody that they're being an idiot and going, well, if you're paying £200 for a dinner, bed and breakfast rate and then we discount 110, we're not making any bloody money.
No.
So we would go bust. And it's just like, we give you an extra £10 as a thank you for having dinner with us.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to eat with us,
Uh-huh.
you might as well have that and get £10 off.
Yeah. Do you know what you needed to do? Is in their email going, you're scalping us, you're ripping us off. You should have just gone back and been like a maths teacher and been like, show your work.
Yeah.
Show me your calculations.
Yeah.
And when they go, oh, I've just used my calculator, there's your fucking problem. Your calculator's broken.
Yeah. If only it was that simple.
Come on, pen and paper, work out your calculations and show me where
Yeah.
you've gone wrong.
So basically what it was he thought that they could spend more money on dinner.
Right.
And because they were getting getting £60.
So is it like when
what he's saying is that so what we do is at the end of the night we add your food bill to your room bill,
Yeah.
and then discount the 50 quid,
Yeah.
the 60 quid.
So
if your bill was, say your food bill was £70 exactly, you add it to your room rate of 200 quid. We discount the £60, and the remaining total is 210.
So a bit like when restaurants do like set menus of you can get 2 courses for 30 quid, but it's only on certain dishes, and then someone comes along and goes, well, I don't want any of those dishes, but I want the deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. And I had a woman like that the other day. They were like, so we can pick any dessert we want as part of the 2-course thing. No, you pick the desserts from the set menu that's there in front of you.
Yeah.
You know, yes, you have a choice of the crumble, the sundae, or the brownie. That's what you've got to choose from.
But she wanted the fruit compote. Come on.
I think she was probably eyeing up the cheesecake, which you can't blame.
No,
But-
you and cheesecakes have a love affair that I can't understand or explain.
I know, but you'll be very proud of me. I did not have a cheesecake today.
What did you have?
I had lemon tart.
I mean, but why? Why no cheesecake? Are you cheesecake out? Have you had too much cheesecake recently?
I did have the goo cheesecakes from a special offer in Tesco.
Okay.
So I've had a few cheesecakes.
Right.
But it was more the fact of they were advertising a Biscoff cheesecake,
Mm-hmm.
which is always a good thing.
I love Biscoff. Biscoff is so tasty.
Mm.
Find it very drying.
Yeah, but I think with the cheesecake and the creaminess of the cheesecake, it
Yeah.
would be alright. But actually, when you read the description, it was vanilla cheesecake with crushed up Biscoff biscuit.
Bit shit then.
Well, yeah, exactly. So I was like, and they wanted like an extra £1.50.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, no, I might as well have the tarte citron and have that instead.
Yeah. No, that's
So-
fair enough.
That's why I went with that, and it was delicious.
Fair enough.
But yeah, right. A topic for you.
Okay.
Because this has plagued me all week.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
I wanted to save it for this. Okay. Because basically, I figured out the ending in the end, but it's taken me nearly 10 days.
Okay.
Have you ever lost something?
100% yes. Carry on. Sorry.
Right. Have you ever lost something that you don't know how you lost it, and it's the most random thing to lose, and you just can't understand how you've done it?
All the time. When have I not lost things?
Yeah, but this is
I've misplaced people.
you find people. I
No,
haven't
they
found
don't.
this.
They don't. They email me going, "Where are you?" Case in point, you. When I was supposed to collect you from Felixstowe on a cinema night.
Yes.
And I just rocked up to Ipswich and you were like, "Where
Yeah,
are
but
you?"
it's-
I was like, "I'm in Ipswich."
Well, there's that. But at least I wasn't dead.
No.
I've lost a T-shirt and I can't find it.
Okay.
And one of my favourite T-shirts.
Oh no. Okay.
My white Levi one. I
okay, so
love it.
It wasn't your peach Levi one then.
No. I've still got the peach one. That's
Okay.
fine. But my white Levi T-shirt, I was going to wear it last week
Yeah.
for episode 1. I thought I was going to wear like a nice crisp
course.
white
You've
T-shirt.
been dressing up for this when I'm just rocking up in
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever you got on. Okay. And I thought, I'll do it. I'll go for it. I wear my
Yeah.
nice white one. Couldn't find it. I was like, okay, well, I'll wear my black one. Fine, whatever. This week, thought I'd do the same. And then I realised, over the last 2 weeks, I've been doing whitewashes and I haven't washed it nor ironed it.
Oh, it's a conspiracy theory. Have you been away recently?
Yes, where have I been, Ben?
You went to Spain.
I think I left my T-shirt in Spain,
Oh no.
and it only clicked today.
Wait. You've been on this for about a week and a half,
Yeah, maybe longer.
and I've clocked it within not even 2 minutes.
Yes,
Spain.
but that's what I'm trying to say, is that how did I not think of it? I've spent nearly 2 weeks looking for this bloody T-shirt
Yeah, but
in my house.
what-
I've checked my laundry, I've done washing, I've checked my laundry basket, I've checked my suitcases, I've checked my cupboards, I've checked my drawers just in case I put it in a drawer instead of hung it up on in a hanger to put in my wardrobe. I don't know what I did with this bloody T-shirt, and the only thing that I can logically dictate is I can't even remember if I took it to Spain or not.
You probably did.
But that is it. The only logical answer is that it is in Spain.
If as you said it is, it's one of your favourite shirts, you would have taken it to Spain with you because you wanted to show off.
Which I wanted to show off.
No, because
But I wouldn't have worn white if I was tasting wine, because red wine and a white T-shirt and I'm messy.
Yeah, but what if it was a white wine vineyard?
They all are. Well, apart from one, which was a rosé, but they did red as well.
Yeah.
But
So you're saying
no, but we've tried everything. It was in Rioja. The most famous wine is fucking red.
Well, maybe you took it for a night out or something. Or did
I
you
don't
wear it on the plane there?
No, I don't think I
Either
did.
way, it's in Spain.
Either way, I know it's in Spain,
I
and
know
I've
it
lost it forever.
Because you know me, I'm not a fashion person.
Hmm.
Yet, when I'm going away on holiday, I have set choice clothing of I like that shirt, I like that
Yes.
shirt, I like that shirt, and so they go with me.
Yeah.
Have you never noticed, like,
Oh, I know.
whenever we go on holiday, I always have like the same 5 shirts
Yeah.
because they're
But then it's the same with me as well. I always have the same, like your core standard shirts, and I think that's a bloke thing. But yeah, that has baffled me for nearly 2 weeks. But the problem is, it's been longer since I've been in Spain. I only realised like a couple of weeks ago that I hadn't had it when I fancied putting it on.
That's a shock. That's a shame.
It is a shame. I bloody love that T-shirt.
Well, thank you for the Christmas present idea.
Well,
It's
no,
been very helpful.
that's not why I brought up the subject.
Oh, so you're not doing a me then of like hint, hint. This is what I want.
No, you're going to get what you're fucking given.
I always hint because you always complain. You and oh, I nearly said a name then.
You did. You and that person.
You and that person always used to complain how difficult I was to buy for.
Yeah.
And so I'd start hinting of, oh well, I'd really like this, or I could really do with this.
Yeah, like a nagging wife.
There's no nagging involved. I would say it once and that was it.
Yeah, then you expect me to remember it that one rogue time that you brought it up.
Yeah. And then when you didn't get it, and then I'd open the present, like, oh, this is not what I hinted at, and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I vaguely remember you mentioning 6 months ago that you wanted this.
So what you want me to do is you want me to start hinting closer to Christmas.
Yeah, once a week maybe. That's all I need. I've got a memory like a sieve.
Yeah, me too. And that's why you misplaced your shirt in fucking Spain.
I know, and I'm gutted.
I'm gutted for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have just been to the cinema as our usual cinema trips.
As we do.
As we do. And we went and watched Living.
Yes. The Bill Nighy movie.
Yes. Which is a recreation of a famous Japanese film.
Indeed.
Of the same word in Japanese. I'm not going to even bother trying to say it because I saw it on screen for like 20 seconds and I was like, don't even know if I remember reading it correctly. But I believe it's the word living in Japanese.
Yes, I would say so as well.
And from what I've read, this is supposed to be pretty much a shot-for-shot recreation of the Japanese film. Because a few of the critics were like, why bother going to see this film when you can go watch the original and support the original?
Yes.
That said, opinions.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good film. Again, but this is classic cinema, is that the trailer was very misleading.
Yes.
Because 100%. I thought it was more going to be a comedy. Because you remember the scene in the restaurant where she's talking about the nicknames.
Yes.
That's in the trailer, and that's a big comedic moment. But that was about the only comedic moment in the film, in my opinion.
Yes. I didn't think it was going to be a comedy. I thought it was going to be a feel-good film.
Yes. Yeah, okay. Not comedy, a feel-good film. Yeah, I thought it was going to have like a feel-good bit.
It didn't.
Like that.
I mean, whilst it did have a few feel-good moments, it wasn't about the message of living. Well, it was, but it wasn't, if you get me.
I think the message of it, in the end, was more about what we do with the time that we have.
Yes. Whereas I thought it was going to be the message of seize the day, and carpe diem.
Yes. Yeah.
He's been given this, right, you've got X amount of time to live. What can I do with that time? Whereas instead it was, as you said, what did you say again? How have I already
I don't know. It was very philosophical, and I can't remember what I said.
But it was a very profound film.
Yeah.
Very good. Enjoyed it.
Very
good.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
And you could tell what they meant about like shot-for-shot remaking, because there was certainly several scenes that were not of like I would put to like a Western style of cinema.
I agree.
There was certainly very Eastern style
cinematography.
Yeah, cinematography and the way things were angled and shot. How when they were sitting on the bench, and it was more foliage than them. That's a very, very Eastern style.
I really appreciated that.
Yeah, I loved that. That was a beautiful shot. Beautiful shot.
I was about to say something else about the film then. I can't remember what I was about to say. I remember thinking, if you're a teenager, you're really not going to enjoy this film.
Yes. I mean, unless you're like a big movie buff anyway. But I think the 2 young girls that were sitting behind us probably didn't realise what they had let themselves in for.
I think they were there to support the actress from Sex Education.
Probably. And she's a very good actress.
She's a very good actress.
She's a very good actress.
And I'm happy to see that she's moved from Sex Education to, to other things.
Yeah. And a few of them are starting to branch out now,
yes.
actually. With, what's his face, going to be the new Doctor.
Yep. Eventually. In what, 2024?
I think that's when he
We've still got 2023 to get through.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I think they were there more to support her rather than actually to go watch the film.
Yeah, possibly.
Which is fine.
But, I mean, it was exactly when we went to go see Don't Worry Darling, and there was like 5 people as a group of 5 in front of us, and they were all wearing Harry Styles t-shirts.
Oh, yes. When we went to see Don't Worry Darling, the majority of the people in the screen were there to support Harry Styles, which was hilarious. Because, a bit of a...
Spoilers,
but there was a bit of a twist that Styles was not the hero of the story.
No. He was not a nice man.
No. So I think there were a lot of disappointed ladies in the screen.
Yes, very possibly.
Yes. I still can't remember what I was going to say, and this is what I'm saying. You lose a t-shirt, I lose what I'm saying. Tit for tat.
Oh dear.
So, Paddy, I've got a surprise for you.
Oh no.
Yes.
Surprises.
Oh, it's a good surprise though.
Right. Okay.
So, when thinking about what we could talk about in these podcasts, I thought, you know what I'll do is I'll write down a load of topics, a load of random topics.
Right. Okay.
And so if you open up the glove compartment.
Okay. Right.
In there, you'll find a paper bag.
Yes.
Now open the paper bag of topics.
Oh my God.
And choose one.
Can you? Right. That's that. Right. Right. Okay.
Don't drop any.
Try not to.
Tons of them.
Okay. Hang on. Let me put this back so I don't fucking drop them all over the place. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, smoky pokey. Right. Topic is... Oh, this is very apt for you.
Yeah.
Road rage.
So, yeah, you can't really discuss this one because you don't drive.
No, but I cycle.
Oh, cycle rage.
Cycle rage is a thing, my friend.
Yeah, you may be wary of the wrath of a driver, but a cyclist angry is dangerous.
Exactly that.
Yes. So I've always found it quite interesting because, of course, you know me a bit better than my colleagues.
Yeah.
But my colleagues are always like, Ben, you're so calm, you're so collected, you're one of the most laid-back people in the office.
They really don't know.
They really don't know me. It's hilarious. I'm just sitting there going,
yes,
of course. Yes, of course I am. And they're like, is there ever a time you get angry? And I'm like, yes, when I'm driving. It's like I bottle it all up.
Yeah, you do.
And then it's like, right, I'm driving, I'm behind the wheel, let's get angry. And do you know what? I think I learned it from our driving instructor.
Really?
Yeah. Because I don't know if you remember, but when I was out in lessons with her, she would shout at people in the passenger seat as the driving instructor.
No.
And I think I kind of took that on from her a little bit.
Yeah, no. I mean, I feel like I have road rage.
You have road rage by proxy.
Well, well, sort of. I mean, my parents, right. Long story short, as you well know, I was born in Harlow, and we lived in kind of outskirts of there and Enfield and that kind of area, and we used to have to take like the A21 and things like that to school and all that in the morning. So we'd be setting off at like 7 o'clock in the morning to have to get through like an hour and a half of traffic.
Yes.
Just to get like a half-hour drive just to school.
Yeah.
So we used to... My parents' road rage was another thing. I have seen people get out of cars and threaten other people through a window. My mum being one of them. She was threatened through a window. She was like, somebody was like, I'll smash your fucking face in, kind of thing. So I fully understand road rage, and I fully appreciate it as a thing. And I do get it. And as a cyclist, I have been there when some people have just been like idiots because they're trying to like cut around you unsafely and things like that, which then cause you to swerve.
Yeah.
Which is not ideal. So I get road rage from that.
That's fair enough.
Your road rage is sometimes a force to be reckoned with.
I do not know what you're talking about. I'm an angel.
Lately,
Can't
you've
even
been.
say it with a straight face.
No, you can't. Lately, you've been worse, more than normal. I feel.
Yeah, do you think?
Yeah, I feel like when we were, especially when we went to London to see shits and gigs,
Oh yeah.
your road rage then was bad. Bad.
The problem is, do you know what it is?
What?
It's this car.
Is it because you know you got a bigger engine and you
Yeah,
use it? And
I
then
can
you
throw my weight around more. When I had my poxy little 1.4 that couldn't do shit, it was like, yeah, it was fucking small Chihuahua dog Napoleon complex.
Short man syndrome.
Little
Yeah, the car.
short man syndrome car, like road version. Little, oi, get out of my way with your little 1.4. And then, it's like, well, what are you going to do about it? Nothing. I can't. Whereas now I've got a 1.5 turbo. I know, it's only 0.1 more of a bigger engine. But the turbo makes it so much quicker and nippier.
And it's a big car.
And it's a big car. And
I mean, the last car was still big.
it was still big. But then also, the front of the car in my last car was very rounded. It was very rounded shape, rounded headlights, all very rounded. Whereas this car is very angular. And it's like the car's got an angry face to it as well.
Yes.
And I think that plus my road rage makes people move out of my way quicker, which is just going to encourage the road rage even more.
That and you're normally doing 90 down the road.
Yeah. Yeah, but then I've had a few near misses with the old speed cameras recently, so I've had to like calm it down.
Yeah.
Like of course when we came back from Mallorca, was it? No, not the Mallorcas, Canaries.
Canary
When we
Islands.
came back from the Canary Islands,
Yeah.
driving back at what 2, 3 in the morning, something like that, and on the M25, and there was a guy constantly trying to undertake me when
the whole M25 was empty.
And the reason I wasn't in the left-hand lane, because I know a lot of people are going to be in the left-hand lane, is because it was got into one of those points where it was like the left-hand lane is turning off, and it's the whole get-in lane kind of thing.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I'm telling you lies. It's because the left-hand lane had been closed off for roadworks or something. Because of course they were doing it with the smart motorway. You had the X over the left-hand lane.
Yeah.
He kept trying to undertake me in the left-hand lane. And
Because he kept on trying to speed ahead of us.
Yeah.
Didn't he? Because he ended up getting flashed.
Yes.
Because we thought you got a flash.
Yes, because I was speeding, but I was in the right lane.
Yeah.
He was not speeding, but in the wrong lane.
And got flashed for being in a closed-off lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But legit, when the cameras went off, I looked down and it was like 87. I was like, fuck.
Oh God, my heart sank with that. I was like, oh, here we go. This is the end of it. This is it.
There was that guy, and it's like I wasn't speeding up to like stop him from undertaking me. It was more he would undertake me and then slow down.
Yeah.
To the point where I caught up again, and then he'll start doing it again, and it's like, what is wrong with you? Yeah. How is it that your brain cannot tell your foot to keep the same speed?
Yeah. He wasn't consistent.
It's like his brain cells were fighting to be second place.
Yes. And now you understand the road rage.
There was another time when I was driving back from after dropping you off, and it wasn't a road rage, but I might have been speeding a little bit, and then I saw a mobile speed camera, and I was like, oh fuck. And I messaged you, didn't I? I was like, do mobile speed cameras flash when they catch you? And you're like, no, why? I was like, no reason.
I was like, you drove past one, didn't you?
Well, then my most recent one was when I was driving up to Stoke-on-Trent to visit my brother, and just stopped off at the services. I'd had some dinner or tea, as it should be said, because I'm northern, most southern northerner you'll ever meet.
Yep.
And I was driving along, minding my own business, and this Vauxhall Astra came and overtook me in the right-hand lane, pulled in front of me, and started slowing down. I was like, okay, you're a bit stupid. But I pulled out, overtook him, pulled back in, minding my own business. And when people are starting to think, well, maybe you were slowing down and you didn't realise it, I had cruise control on.
Yeah.
So I was going a set speed. So I know it wasn't me slowing down because I had cruise control on. So anyway, this car starts overtaking me again. And it's not just an overtake, it's the slowest overtaking that there's ever been.
Yeah.
Like, it's proper pretentious, inching past me.
Yeah.
And then I see it's the blue Astra again, and he pulls in front of me again, and once again starts to slow down.
Right.
So I was like, right, okay, this guy is now starting to take the wee-wee.
Yeah.
So I pull out, overtake him, I put 3-4 cars in between us.
Yeah.
Pull back in. 5-10 minutes go by, and then I see this car slowly overtaking me again. And then as he catches up and he gets into my headlights, because it's pitch black at this time of night, I see it's the blue Corsa again. And he pulls in front of me, and I'm like, right, fine, pull in front of me. Don't fucking slow down.
I feel like he's slowed down.
He fucking slowed down. Still getting angry now, even just retelling the story. And so then I pulled out, I put 8-10 cars between us, pulled back in, and thought, right, there's 8-10 cars between us, I'm never going to see him again.
Yeah.
20 minutes later, there's a car on my wing, slowly overtaking me. And I just think, if that is that blue Corsa again, if that is that fucking blue Corsa again with license plate ending in HFM, I still remember the end of the license plate. That's how much it wound me up. I was like, if that is him, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to hit the fucking roof. And once again, sure enough, as he got into the point where I could see his license plate with my headlights, blue Corsa, license plate ending in HFM, I just saw red. In fact, Paddy, put the lights to red.
God, not this again. I have to be more prepared for this.
I saw red.
You saw red.
I pulled out into the right-hand lane. I followed it.
Yep.
And as I looked into my rearview mirror to say, ha, screw you, I bet you won't catch up with me now, I saw blues and twos. And I then happened to look down at my speedometer, and I was doing 127 miles an hour. Yeah. And I was like, okay, this is it. You can change it back from red now, because I'm no longer angry. I'm now sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right.
Not the green one, Dylan. Not the green one. We'll explain not the green one eventually. One day.
Story for another day.
Story for another day. So I started pulling over. I was like, right, that's it. My goose is caught. I'm done. And this is it. I'm going to have to message my brother and be like, yo, I'm not coming this weekend because I'm in prison. And the police car just went flying right past me. My lucky stars, there had been an accident on the M1 a bit further up, and so the policeman was off to go look at that, rather than coming at me for doing 130 miles an hour.
And that's what we mean by lucky. This geezer's lucky.
The best bit, and I know we're not talking about road rage anymore, we're talking about speeding now,
And how you do it.
and how I do it all the time. But the best bit is my dad is known as Captain Slow. You've been in the car with my dad, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's slow.
It's not slow, it's just scary.
And he's the only one in the family with a speeding ticket.
Yeah, which is hilarious.
And do you know what? Have I even told you what he got caught doing?
Possibly?
He got caught doing 34 and a 30.
Yeah, you did. It's so pathetic. It's so pathetic.
It's a dodgy one on the police's car. So what it was is it's a 30 where it goes into a national speed limit.
Yeah.
And the policeman had positioned himself like on the junction right before the national speed limit bit.
Yeah.
And of course my dad, seeing the national speed limit bit, started to speed up to go to the national speed limit, and that's where he got him. So Captain Slow, the slowest driver to ever exist, who thinks 50 on the dual carriageway is sufficient, he's the one in the family with a speeding ticket. And this is what I tell myself, is if I do get caught speeding, I would rather get caught speeding doing 140 miles an hour than doing 34 and 30.
Oh, 100%.
At least then I could hold my head high and go, yes, I was speeding. You know, it's a bit like do you want to be put in jail for murder, or do you want to be put in jail for being a serial killer?
Oh yeah, if you're going to do it, go big or go home.
Yeah, exactly. What would you rather be, a murderer or a serial killer?
Wow.
Yeah, so my road rage is unparalleled, but We are calming down.
He is. He's
yeah.
getting. He has his moments. You have your moments, but lately you've been behaving. But that's because you've had so many near misses. Your luck's going to run out.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. And generally, that's the thing. My speeding comes from me being angry at other people and just wanting to get away from them.
Yes.
That's it. And like I said, when I had my little 1.4 car that couldn't do fucking anything,
Yeah.
I could get angry, but I couldn't get away from them because I had a little 1.4 car that didn't do anything. Put your foot to the floor and it didn't move. Whereas now I have a 1.5 turbo.
That car was heavy as well, though.
Yeah. No, it wasn't the car was heavy. I was heavy.
Well, it was both. It was both.
It was both. Yeah, so now it's like I get angry with someone and then I remember, hang on a minute, I've got a fast car. I can get away from them. And that's what I do.
Yeah.
I go fast. I go brum brum.
Pedal to the metal.
Pedal to the metal. So yeah, that's where my road rage stems from. It's from anger at other people. Shock horror.
Yeah, but I get that because I'll get road rage. Like the classic road rage is getting stuck behind somebody in like the aisle at the supermarket with their trolley, and they're taking up the whole. Because like Morrison's in Felixstowe, their aisles have gotten smaller and smaller and smaller, haven't they?
Yes, as they try and shove more stuff into the store.
Yeah. But that means there's no room to manoeuvre.
No.
So if there is somebody standing in the way, and like the classic is two people haven't seen each other for ages, and they're deciding to have their life's meeting and their reunion in the middle of aisle 4, you know, and you can't get through, and you're just like, look, clearly, love, you need to move out of the way.
Yeah.
And that's infuriating. That's a form of road rage because a car can be a deadly weapon. It can be a deadly weapon.
Take someone's fucking ankles out with
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
It takes a new meaning to supermarket sweep. Sweep out them ankles.
Yeah.
Now that's a game show I'd watch.
I feel like that's like a Black Mirror game show.
Probably. Here you go. Now you've got to run around the supermarket and collect as much stuff as you can. Make sure you get all the deals and everything. And every person you take out, that's an extra 50 points. Game fucking on. Where do I sign up? Can I put spikes on my trolley and turn it into Squid Game?
Oh, that would be like the English Squid Game.
Oh, no, we couldn't. We could never do the Squid Game here because we're all too British. That's what I want to say about that film. It's because, of course, it's a Japanese film,
Yes.
but of course they've translated it into Britain, and just the Britishness of it was so beautiful, and it's just obvious that us and the Japanese, we have very similar cultures, because it's like, you know, of course he's got cancer, and the character's like, oh, have you told your son? He's like, no, I won't bother him. It's such a British thing, but of course, obviously, it's such a Japanese thing as well.
But that's also like why she called him dad as well.
Yeah.
Out of respect. It's a mark of respect. Like my mum calls did call my dad's parents mum and dad.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't her mum and dad, you know, it was the in-laws, but she still, out of respect, called them mum and dad.
Or
and
is that just so you and your sister wouldn't start calling them by their first name?
No, because we used to call them Nan and Granddad. Fair enough. You know, it's that premise. It's just like a mark of respect. So
yeah, no, I get that,
but it is.
It is what it is.
So
well, Paddy, we have got you home.
We have arrived. Well, thank you all for joining us again.
Yeah.
On this second episode of ours.
And remember, if you want to have road rage, please have a car to back it up.
That's the moral of the week.
That's the moral.
If you're going to have road rage, at least have a decent car to do it in, yeah?
Yes.
Right, on that note, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Cheers, Ben.